A Voice in Oil, written by Devin Guian. The studio smelled of linseed oil and thyme. Evening light filtered through tall windows, casting Elias's easel in amber. He mixed cobalt with a touch of umber, pondering on the brush. "Are you certain?" Elias asked, his brush hesitating. "Once begun, we cannot undo what's revealed." Clara's hands trembled in her lap, wedding ring still present after 3 years of widowhood. "I need to hear him again, just once." The clock on the wall ticked. Each second another brushstroke, each minute another shadow defined. Elias had discovered his gift 5 years ago, a portrait completed at dusk, speaking at midnight. The voices lasted until dawn, then silence, forever. The terrible responsibility weighed on his shoulders, bent them slightly as he worked. "He kept things from me," Clara said, watching her husband's likeness form on canvas. "Things I need to understand." Elias didn't respond. They all said something similar. They all believed themselves prepared. "Vincent tells me you're selective," she continued, "that you've refused many. Vincent talks too much." Elias rinsed his brush in turpentine. The sharp smell cut through the studio air. "Your husband's eyes are difficult. There's something there I can't quite capture." The windows darkened. Time stretched between them like pulled taffy. Clara's breath caught when Elias finally stepped back from the canvas. "It's finished," he said. James's portrait watched them from the easel. A kind face, intelligent eyes, hair silver at the temples. The blue background suggested depth, as if he might step forward through a doorway. "What happens now?" Clara whispered. "We wait for night." Elias wiped his hands on a stained cloth. "Would you like tea?" Clara didn't take her eyes from the portrait. "No, thank you." Elias moved to the corner of the studio, giving her space. His own first experience, a self-portrait that revealed truths he still couldn't reconcile, had taught him the value of distance. The voices needed room to emerge. Darkness settled outside. Street lamps glowed through the windows. The portrait remained silent, patient. "Sometimes it takes hours," Elias said. "Sometimes minutes." When it happened, it was neither. The portrait's lips moved without warning, James's voice filling the studio like water finding hollow spaces. "Clara." One word, her name. She reached toward the canvas, then pulled back. "Is it really you?" she asked, in ways I don't understand. The portrait's eyes seemed to shimmer with unshed tears. "You look beautiful. Older. 3 years. Has it been so long?" Elias moved toward the door. This part wasn't for him. "I'll be outside if you need me." "Stay," Clara said, surprising them both. "Please." Elias nodded, settling into a chair in the corner shadows. He'd learned that sometimes witnesses provided necessary ballast. "Why did you want this?" James asked from the canvas. "Your study," Clara said. "After you died, I found a key, hidden behind your grandfather's watch." The portrait was silent for several heartbeats. "A safe deposit box," she continued. "Birth certificates for 2 children. Twins. But not ours." James's painted face seemed to age before them. "I should have told you." "Who were they? Before you? Before us? A mistake when I was young and stupid." The portrait's voice cracked. "Their mother died in childbirth. I couldn't." "Raise them yourself?" "I was 22, terrified. They went to my cousin in Seattle." Clara's hands twisted in her lap. "Did you see them? After?" "Twice a year. Business trips." 27 years of marriage," Clara whispered. 27 years of Seattle business trips. I wanted to tell you 1,000 times. Why didn't you?" "Fear." The portrait's eyes gleamed unnaturally in the dim light. Then habit. Then shame. Outside, a siren wailed. Inside, silence stretched between them. "They're adults, Nat, finally. Good people. They have your smile." "My smile?" "The way I described you. They grew up hearing stories." Clara pressed her palms against her eyes. "You told them about me?" "Everything. How we met. How you laughed. How brave you were during the miscarriages." The clock ticked louder as night deepened around them. "There's an address," James said. "In the box, if you wanted." "Did you love them?" Clara interrupted. "Yes." "Did you love me?" "With everything I was," the portrait whispered. "Everything except those few days each year." Clara stood suddenly, moving to the window. Her reflection stared back, superimposed over the city lights. Behind her, the portrait watched, waiting. "I came for closure," she said, "not this expansion." Elias shifted in his chair. He'd seen this before. The moment when truth exploded the container built to hold it, Clara turned back to the portrait. "Tell me about them." Emma plays cello. Marcus coaches Little League. James's voice grew stronger. "They have your kindness, though they've never met you. You had no right to give them pieces of me." "I know." Hours passed. Questions asked and answered. James's voice sometimes breaking, sometimes strong. Clara crying, then laughing, then silent. Elias remained in the shadows, witness to the unraveling and reweaving of a life. "Dawn soon," Elias finally said, his first words in hours. Clara nodded. The eastern sky had begun to lighten almost imperceptibly. "What will you do?" James asked. Clara touched her wedding ring. "I don't know yet. I'm sorry. For lying or for getting caught? For the pain. Not for them. Never for them." The first ray of sunlight spilled through the window, catching the edge of the canvas. The portrait's eyes seemed to dim. "Goodbye, Clara." "Wait!" But the portrait was just paint again. Vibrant, lifelike, silent. Clara stood before it, one hand outstretched. Elias busied himself cleaning brushes, giving her privacy in this most public of griefs. "What do I do with it now?" she asked finally. "Whatever brings you peace," Elias said. "Some burn them, others keep them close." "And the truth, what do I do with that?" Elias had no answer. He'd asked himself the same question with each portrait, each revelation, each dawn. Clara gathered her coat. "They have my smile." Elias nodded. "From how he described you, a family I never knew I had." She looked at the portrait one last time. "Thank you for your gift." After she left, Elias stood before the canvas. James's eyes still held secrets. They always did, these echo paintings. One night was never enough for a life's truth. Outside, the city awakened. Inside, Elias prepared a fresh canvas, wondering whose voice would next emerge from his brush and who would be strong enough to hear it. The end. Thank you for listening to The Voice in Oil, a work recorded and published by Millennia Publishing. Visit millenniapublishing.com to discover more. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more incredible stories. Hit the bell icon to stay updated on our latest uploads.